What's up, grinders? I am Hazard and this is Gems of War. I've been slacking in the E12 department lately, but today we're gonna put that Explorer train back on track. Choo-choo says the train, and we're gonna wreck Leonis Empire. Oh, the heights one is willing to do and go in order to get few more subscribers. Maybe subscribe if you haven't already. Okay, so here is the team. What I did, I basically copied Chris Purpose's latest Explorer team, and I switched troop order and ditched Twilight Queen and used Pisia instead. By the way, go check Chris Purpose's channel. He has very pleasant and sultry voice. And he has great content too. Okay, yeah, so well, let's start with this Mechmar. This is this week's Glory Troop, Mech Beast troop type, and starts with 50% mana, which is pretty useful in this team. In fact, this Iron Hoof spell converts all red gems to green and all yellow gems to brown. It maybe takes a little bit time to, you know, digest this so that you remember what happens. But, well, I got a trick for that. Maybe I use it in the battle. Okay, so this is a mana generator. We are using Leprechaun to kick things going, and hero weapon we are using Doomed Glaive from Mogrim Woods. Which, by the way, should be the one of the campaign kingdoms in this campaign, if I'm not mistaken. So keep an eye on Soulforge if you don't own this weapon. And well, Pisia, you might know what this guy does. Has a Scalder reaction and submerges himself when he takes damage, and gives 4 attack to all blue allies when matching blue gems. But of course, the spellcast is the main point here. He destroys all green gems and creates blue gems equal to the number of green gems destroyed. And there are 2 independent 30% chances to devour a random enemy. And that is what we want to do, mainly in this team. We are using Archer because it's Hunter's Mark, it has Root Trap, and it has that Leaf Storm right in the start. These other talent tree choices are not very important. Archer also starts with 50% mana, and it has 50% chance for skull damage to be lethal, but that only works if your hero is up top, and now we aren't using our hero up top. So basically we are using Mechmar to create green gems to feed himself and the weapon, and then we are converting yellows to brown to feed Pisia, and then Pisia can convert those green gems to blue and try to devour. He has a lot of looping potential in this team, and then as we also create those brown gems, if they are left over, Doomed Glaive can convert those to Doom Skulls. And this Doomed Glaive also, if you have maxed this weapon or upgraded it enough, it will create Leaf Storm, and it will also entangle the top enemy. So let's try this team in practice, shall we? Excuse me, and there, that is out of the way now. Okay, check extra turns. Nope, explode the board to get things going. Alright, and now we have alignment, but if you don't remember very well what this new Mechmar troop converts, here is a trick what I'm usually using. I'm singing red to green, yellow to brown, hi-hi-hi-ho. There, alright, that helped. And there we have a Doomed Glaive alignment, which we will use. There. And now we have lots of green, and we are going to cast our Pisia to destroy those green gems, and it will create same amount of those gems, and we are destroying 18. That will pretty much guarantee Pishia back up after this cast. Yes, and we keep our turn. And because of the leaf storm, these green gems drop nicely. And once again, we don't have to even sing. We see that there is alignment, which we are doing. Create green gems so that Pishia can keep the loop, and create brown gems so that we can use skull alignments with our doomed glaive. Because of the hunter's mark, Pishia is going to kill those enemies even though he hasn't devoured once yet. And this is, by the way, no, it's not impervious. Okay, and there's alignment, do that, and that's a match. Let's try again how this rolls. Extra turns, can't see any, blow things up, get the mana generation going, and then we start sinking, hi-hi-hi-ho. And alignment, there. That would be a good time maybe cast Pishia. We'll create 17 blue gems on top of those 11. Almost guaranteed extra turn. There is hi-hi-ho. We can do that to create more brown gems and do some doomed glaive damage. And because of the leaf storm, lots of greens, so now we could try to devour, which worked. This is not the fastest team, and perhaps maybe not the most effective team either, but this is pretty fun team to use and pretty fun team to learn that new troop, which is actually quite good in my opinion. I'd say, yeah. Any hi-hi-hos? I think there's no. Okay, now we try Devour, and if we can keep our turn. Both work, and we get an alignment, so do that. This is impervious. Yes, Manticore. And if things look a little bit tough with the alignments, we don't have any hi-hi-hos here. After a couple of casts, you usually notice that your leprechaun is up, so we can just explode things up and start creating some alignments. Now it is, there is no point casting Pishia right now because this guy can't be devoured. So what we are doing, we are going to deal a skull poke with that alignment and our attack, high attack, because we have devoured previously in this battle. We could try to speed things up so that this video doesn't end up being too long. Blow things up. Hi-hi-hi-ho. Try Devour. Didn't work. Let's try again. Didn't work. Any alignments? Yes. Create brown gems. Let's try that. There. Skull alignments. Nopes. hi-hi-hos. Nopes. Try to Devour. That should do. And my dog is fooling around. Pikkanen. Okay, mini boss. Blow things up. And once in a while, the game doesn't get you going right off the bat. Any alignments? Nope. What we are going to do now is... Oh, well, I guess we take that. And I guess we take that next and blow things up again. Okay, plenty of green to try Devour. Worked. Get the attack up. Extra turn. Hiao. Devour. Yes, and that's a match. Lots of nice action. Like that. That. Blow things up. Okay, they took our element. Okay, pushy up. EIO. To create those brown gems. So we can do alignment, doomed clave alignment. Try to devour. Worked. One skull poke. Where? There. Nice. Let's see what we get from the chest. Couple of tokens of Arania. That's it. Hope you liked the team. And have a great week, my friend. Stay safe in peace.